Welcome to episode 68 of Apartment Hacker. This is Mike Brewer, and in Apartment Hacker, it is my mission to tease out the human potential in the multifamily space. And tonight I want to do that by talking about the downside of irrelevance and the fact that we all need to relentlessly pursue relevance in the multifamily space. If you're not pursuing relevance, you get irrelevance, and irrelevance leads to you don't have a job, right? I think you can really set this in the context of what Netflix did to Blockbuster. They made Blockbuster completely irrelevant when they put streaming video on the internet, where you could just download a movie anytime you want to, or not download it, just simply watch it. You didn't have to get in your car and go down and get a video and face the prospects of having to pay late fees and so on and so forth. Blockbuster became irrelevant. It can happen to you. It can happen to your company if you're not remaining relevant. So tonight, let's talk about that in the context of sales or leasing. This is for all you leasing professionals out there. I think it's incredibly important for you to be really relevant in three areas. One is your product. Be really relevant as it relates to your product. Be really relevant as it relates to your company. And thirdly, relevant as it relates to your consumer. Let's talk about the first one. Relevant as it relates to your product. You need to know your product so deeply and so well. As an example, you need to know how many balloons blown up to a certain size will fit in a little girl's closet or a little boy's closet, so that if a parent decides that they want to surprise their kid on their birthday by filling their closet with balloons, you can tell them how many they need to buy. You need to know it that deeply. You need to know your company equally deeply. You need to be able to cite all the reasons, processes, and procedures that make the experience of living in your apartment community or living in an apartment community that's managed by a particular apartment property management company so compelling. You need to know every single reason why their experience will be off the charts. And third, you need to know your customer incredibly deeply. Today, that is likely the easiest thing on the planet to do. And I would tell you, get stalking out of your mind, because I'm about to tell you that Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat will give you everything you need to know about your customer. Specifically, the person that's walking in the front door. Now, many may argue that that's stalking if you go out and look at Facebook pages and you take off certain facts of this or that or the other, but I would tell you this, I don't think so. You know why? Because they put it out there. They put it out there. They made it public. And if you make something public, suffice it to say, it's okay for me to go and look at it, okay? So in the context of sales, know your customers so deeply that when you get in an exchange over this or that while you're touring the community or you're looking at a specific unit, you can drop nuggets in there like, hey, I noticed that you really love this certain band. They happen to be playing this weekend over at the amphitheater, and I'll tell you what, if you sign a lease today, I'll make sure that we get you some tickets to that concert. Pretty cool. Know your customer deeply. Make that experience of touring a community or touring a specific apartment so compelling that they have absolutely zero reason not to sign with you. All right, so those are my three things to help you, leasing and sales, stay relevant in the multifamily space. I really appreciate you watching. I really want to thank you, the community. Today we reached over 400 likes for this page, and that was a pretty compelling milestone for me. And I want to thank each and every one of you that have signed up to watch these things and to be a part of that community. And I would encourage you, give me some feedback. I want it, I need it, and I want to keep doing these videos, but I want to make sure they're relevant for you. Take care. We'll talk to you tomorrow.